Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I have not posted anything in the past couple weeks because, as I posted, I have been recovering after a hospital visit. So I'm trying to post something in the meantime, even though I am still recovering, but I want to kind of keep the videos going. So today we have 20mm anti-tank rifle versus a jet fighter plane. Interesting. It seems that Scott has gotten hold of a real fighter plane cockpit. That's probably going to be exciting. So let's see.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scooter, and today we are going to be flying a fighter jet.
Okay.
I've been training my whole life for this, and I'm super excited. Let's go. Okay, everybody, we're taking off in 3, 2, 1.
Stop screaming, dude. What are you even saying? I can't understand you. Nice. Okay. Let's go. I don't expect it to withstand really 20mm rounds. I know that usually I believe 20mm high explosive is what aircraft cannons are actually loaded with, so
What's up?
if he's firing a regular round, the non-explosive ones, that's probably just going straight through, so let's see.
Everybody, my name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics, and this here is my Lottie 20mm anti-tank gun. And
With the
today,
really cool wooden barrel shroud. Okay.
I have a very tasty snack for it. A Polish
Yes.
fighter jet. So this is a very tasty snack for it. A Polish fighter jet.
Polish,
so
okay.
this is a Polish fighter jet. It's an Iskra TS-11, and I believe the last time this thing flew was in 2010. And then after that, I guess it was retired or somebody had a whoopsie. But now it is here in Kentucky, and today we're going to see just how
I can see the Polish down there, okay.
bulletproof this thing is, and what would happen when we blast it with a 20mm anti-tank gun.
Nice.
Now, the inside of this is actually still really cool. The glass actually opens.
Okay, that's cool that it actually opens by hand. I thought it was like motorized in all these modern ones, but I guess this one is not as modern, so.
And as you can
Yeah, looks pretty old.
see
Okay, experimental.
here, there's lots of gadgets and buttons and switches.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of the panel has been already ripped out, but the essential stuff is still there.
That I have no idea what they do.
I'm guessing this one is like an ejection lever or something.
And then there's also a back seat, and
yes.
there's also all kinds of little buttons and whatnot.
Okay, so like a co-pilot in the back or something.
Back there. It is in rough shape, but it's going to serve its purpose for what we're going to do with it today.
Okay.
Well, we can't just have a fighter jet with nothing in it. And I figure since we have a zombie fighter jet, we should put a Ballistic Dummy Labs zombie torso in it.
That's funny.
Done. Oh, come on now. Feel it? Oh, bumped his head.
Well, don't break it preemptively.
Little straps on him here.
Okay.
All right, I got his straps on there. Now we just got to put his helmet on.
Ooh, we even got a helmet.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh man, this head's already melting. Okay.
Nice.
We're ready to go. Let's get started. Okay, well, we're going to start out with something a lot smaller than 20mm, but it also begins with a 2. This is a 22 long.
So you're doing one of these where you shoot it with increasing calibers. Okay, that's nice.
Rifle, and I'll be using this Heritage Rough Rider.
Ah, freaking Joker revolver over here. Okay.
All right, here we go. First shot.
Okay, yeah, that's barely a dent. Okay, chipped off some paint on the inside.
Jet is indeed 22 long rifle proof. So up next, we're going to...
But probably not much else.
Step it up to 9mm. This is my Glock 19...
It might still stop 9mm. Let's see.
COA, and this is actually the exact Glock 19 that we torture tested, and it is still running just fine.
Nice.
And I'll be loaded up with some 120...
Guess Glocks are kind of like the AKs of pistols in terms of reliability.
4 grain, 9 mil Hydroshock. All right, here we go. I think we may have put a hole in that.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, so looks like anything bigger than a 22 does go through.
It does
so
appear that
yeah,
we put a hole in our
the anti-tank isn't going to have any trouble with that at all.
jet with the 9 mil. We've got a nice little hole right there.
Yep.
Okay, well, yeah, we got a little hole right there, but it looks like it missed him. So we're gonna switch gears real quick. This is a Smith & Wesson 37 millimeter launcher.
It looks like an absolutely hilarious, some kind of cartoon gun, and I love it.
And I have an animal control flashbang round.
Okay.
Let's fire this inside the cab of the jet. See what happens. I don't really know what scenario this would be, but I'm excited about it. Here we go. Oh!
Wow. Oof, that would be nasty to be in there.
Oh, look at the smoke coming out of it.
Oof.
Oh!
Yeah, you can see the cockpit is not really airtight anymore.
Uh-oh. There we go.
Okay.
Oh! Oh! Yeah, that don't look good. Yeah, there really was no purpose behind that other than I thought it would be hilarious, and I was correct.
Yeah.
So up next is going to be 45 ACP. I have a SIG 1911, and I'm loaded up with some 45 ACP 230 grain jacketed hollow points.
Ooh, hollow points. Okay.
There we go.
Is that making it through, I wonder?
Oh!
I guess you tripped the whatever opens the thing. Okay.
So as of right now, it's looking like that fighter jets are actually made out of pretty thin material. Who would have thought? So we hit right here, and...
I mean, they're planes. They have to be light in order to fly, though. I guess some are a bit armored, but for the most part, they're not.
Oh, actually, there's actually some material right here that looks like it may have stopped or deflected that round.
Okay.
And...
Interesting.
Mr. Zombie looks okay. And there's no holes on the other side. I got a question for you. What is 20 divided by 2? The correct answer is 10 millimeter.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is a Nighthawk Custom 1911 chambered in 10 millimeter, and this
Very nice. It's interesting that they're making 1911s in 10 millimeter. Okay.
thing is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm so excited to shoot it. I actually have not
Isn't that like slightly smaller than a 45 actually?
fired it yet, and I'll be loaded up with some 10 millimeter 200 grain jacketed hollow points.
Okay. It's not focusing on the bullet. Okay.
Here we go. Woo! I like that.
Yep. Yeah, the hole does look slightly smaller. Oh, when you hit him
So it appears
in the shoulder.
we hit right here,
Okay.
and we definitely went through that. Let's take a look on the inside. Okay. So it does appear, if you look right here, it went into the zombie's
Just at the edge, it's like stripped off a piece. That's cool.
arm. And then I guess it did make it somewhat into the zombie's cavity. And again, we do not have any holes on the other side of this jet.
Okay.
So up next, we're going to
at least it doesn't go all the way through.
step it up.
Though maybe without the zombie it would. I don't know.
In a big way and use my favorite flavor of handgun.
Ah, yes, the ridiculously long handle.
500 Smith & Wesson Magnum. And you may notice that it has an extra long grip. This is actually a double-handed 500 Magnum grip. This is made by Wood Street Grips. We already did a
I have reacted to that as well.
video on this, but they sent me a custom Kentucky Ballistics double-handed grip. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Nice.
Big thank you to them. Now, I'm going to be loaded up with some 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum 350 grain jacketed hollow points.
Oh, she be kicking. She do be kicking. Ooh. Very clean hole, and wow, it just went through whatever that is. Okay, some kind of device.
So it looks like we have a fresh hole right there. Let's open this thing. Here we go. And there's our hole. Oh, we blew through whatever this is.
Yeah.
So it looks like we went through and we hit whatever this is, and it turned that 500 Magnum round to a bunch of shrapnel. And it hit,
basically shotgun.
Hit the zombie torso, but doesn't look like he got hit with anything very big. So now we're going to move on to a shot.
An actual shotgun, okay.
But this isn't your average shotgun. This is an Ithaca 10-gauge semi-automatic shotgun with a 13-inch barrel. And I'm going to be loaded up with some 10-gauge.
As I said, never seen a sawed-off semi-automatic before. That's funny.
Turkey shot, and then some 10-gauge double-aught buck. And these are 3.5-inch shells. And the double-aught buck has 18 pellets.
Ooh,
Let's
nice.
do the turkey.
So twice as much as a 12-gauge, I guess?
Turkey shot first. And I'm going to actually aim for the glass this time. Here we go. Oh,
you opened it again.
Wow, they had stopped it.
Okay. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, but why does it just open from almost any impact? What's going on with that?
Okay, well now let's...
Is it just an extremely sensitive whatever triggers the opening?
Let's go ahead and
know.
take a shot at the plane with the double-aught buck. Here we go. Oh!
Ooh. Okay. That's pretty... Yeah. Okay. I guess a shotgun at close range would be good against planes.
Well, it looks like the cockpit glass or whatever this is, I guess it's Lexan maybe, it stopped the turkey shot. But the double-aught buck was a different story. We have a hole right here.
Yep.
A hole here, and we have several holes down here in the actual metal of the jet. Let's see what the inside looks like here. Definitely have some new holes. Still doesn't look like we went all the way through. And this dude, man, I guess he got hit in his side a little bit, but I don't see any kind of green ooze or anything.
Interesting. Well, so I guess it does protect a little bit. Still, even if it does go through the plane itself.
I would say, man, I mean, he's still looking pretty good. I'm sure that he's been hit with some stuff.
Okay. I wonder if he's going to shoot it with something like a 4-bore at the end. Oh, well, the 20mm, of course. I already forgot what the video was about, so I guess, yeah, that's going to be funny.
Right there, that's a piece. That's a piece of the double-aught buck.
Wow. Okay.
But as of right now, I mean, he really doesn't look that bad. And there are still no holes on the other side of this thing, and I'm not seeing anything. I'm kind of surprised. So now it is time to move on to just a couple rifles before we step it up to 20mm.
Okay.
Up first is...
That's an interesting looking stock here. Okay.
It's going to be the common 5.56. This is a Q Sugar Weasel, and I'm loaded up with some 62-grain TSX 5.56. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Ooh, that's a tiny hole compared to everything else. But a lot more energy.
I'll be very curious if that hit him, because it seems like fighter jets are pretty good at deflecting bullets. So we hit right here, this tiny little hole. Let's see what happened. I've got something here. I think this may be it. Got this little mark right there.
Okay.
And I can see a little line going through the back. So we do have a tiny little bulge on the other side of the
almost made it through.
Fighter jet. So it's looking like we went through, kind of scooted behind the zombie torso, and then stopped on the other side. So up next is going to be the AK-47. This is my...
That is a big assembly on the front here. I didn't even recognize it as an AK for a second, but the magazine gives it away.
AK-47 Vepr, and this thing is going to be loaded up with one round of 7.62 by 39 full metal jacket. Okay, here we go.
Oh, they make this thing in 12 gauge too. Ooh, something's bouncing around there. Okay. Oh, just debris, I guess. And you destroyed that thing even more.
Okay, let's check this out. I'm actually starting to have a pretty hard time finding where my new hole is, but I'm pretty sure that is it right there.
Okay.
And it looks like
slightly
after
bigger.
all of these rounds, all of the pistol calibers, the shotgun, the AR, the AK-47, finally we have a hit. Let's open this thing up.
Okay.
And as you can see here, whoa, we do have a hit. Yeah, right there. And we have lots of shrapnel as well.
Yeah, actually like multiple hits.
That's very odd. So yeah, I hit, where's that hole? Right there. So that makes sense. That's exactly where I was aiming. So we have a hit, but we did not make it all the way through the zombie torso. Probably only about halfway. And we definitely did not make it through the other side of the jet.
Okay, the 20mm is going to be fun.
I'm actually pretty surprised with our results today. I figured most of these rounds would have hit the zombie, but for some reason, the jet has been breaking up these rounds pretty well and causing them to deflect. So the time has finally come to break out the Lottie anti-tank gun. And if you do not know what this
is, that a table held together by basically zip ties?
It is a Finnish 20mm anti-tank rifle that is 7 foot long, weighs well over 100 pounds, is semi-automatic, and takes a 10-round mag. And the ammo that this thing uses is 20 by 138B. It's the same ammo that the Solarthorn uses, and these projectiles range anywhere from 1,500 grains to over 2,300 grains. Today's projectile is around 1,543.
Okay.
Today's projectile is going to be around 1,543 grains and is going to be screaming at upwards of 3,000 feet per second.
And that's nothing to shake a stick at.
So we got a round in our magazine, and as you can see, it is quite large. It is the size of my head. One thing you never want to forget with your Lottie is to remove your muzzle brake cover.
Yeah,
so just click
that
this
would be
in
bad.
right here. So first, we've got to get this thing loaded. You have to crank it. Okay.
Nice.
So now to send my bolt home, there's a little grip safety right here. I squeeze that, and now we are ready to go. But before I shoot this thing, if you want to see more 20mm content in the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Oh. Oh, he exploded. And the thing opened, of course, again. Oh, wow. That's looking crazy from the outside. Even the helmet got sent up a bit. Wow. Everything's green now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go have a look at that. Okie dokie. Well, I'm going to say that it's pretty obvious where our new hole is. It's right there.
Yeah.
And it is perfectly thumb-sized. Speaking of which, if you need some 4th of July festive attire, you need to check out my Just Put a Thumb in It 4th of July shirts. Only available
just put a thumb on that jet. It's fine.
Limited time. Link in the description down below. Now, let's have a look on the inside of this jet. I can go ahead and tell you, it's not looking too good in there. Before we open it, let's just take a look here. We have some green ooze right here on the glass. We have a chunk of something right there. And if you look through the glass, you can see that that divider is covered in green. There are several chunks on the dash. And it's hard to see, but there's actually even a tiny piece all the way up here up front.
That was like, there's a divider. How did it even make it through? Was it after it opened or something?
100% made it completely through the jet this time. That is a very big, jagged hole, and then it looks like
maybe it was going sideways, kind of.
it went all the way through, and then we hit our berm right here, and there is a piece of something. I guess it's a piece of the jet lodged into it. Also, we have green splatter on the railroad ties. Now let's have a look on the inside.
Okay.
And oh my, that's pretty gnarly. So,
he's in pieces now.
I'm gonna say that's not good. That's definitely not good. Went through right here, hit the zombie directly in the side, blew completely through it, and then through the other side of the plane there. If you look up in here, there's all kinds of chunks and whatnot from the zombie. And there's just chunks of the zombie everywhere. It is insane how much green there is inside this now. I mean, it's all over this.
That would definitely be demonetized if it was red, I think.
All through here. All through the bottom down here all over the place, all over the dash, all over the top. There's even a rib all the way up here in the front.
Oh.
I mean, I know.
Is that a Meet the Medic reference? Broken off rib?
20mm is pretty powerful, but I didn't really exactly understand just how powerful, and I think this is a pretty impressive display. Yeah. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Okay, so now since this is an anti-material rifle, I'm gonna aim for the helmet. And this next shot is brought to you by STI. If you want to check them out, there's a link in the description down below.
Oh. Oh, I think I saw some fire in there. What was that? Oh, wow. There's something kind of ignited there. Interesting. Do we have an inside view? Okay, it blew out the helmet like that. Okay.
It appears we have another very large hole in our fighter jet, and if we open this up, you can see that we also have a pretty good sized chunk missing out of our fighter jet helmet. I am an excellent marksman. All I was aiming for was the helmet, and that's what I hit. Oh, yes. So the helmet is quite damaged. The zombie, he just kind of got nicked, but I would say that's still, yeah, it's still quite a bit of damage.
Interesting.
20 mil round, then continued on through the other side of the fighter jet, and then
that's a big hole.
Our railroad ties. Well, I think that's going to be it for today's video. I learned a lot today. I hope you did too. Let me know what you thought about this in the comment section down below and what you would like to see me blast with the 20 mil next. Be sure and give today's video a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on awesome future content. And be sure to check me out on all other social media platforms. Links to those can be found in the description down below. And also don't forget to check out the limited edition Just Put a Thumb in It 4th of July shirts. Links to those are in the description down below. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. And I'll see you next time. What are you looking at?
Okay, so yeah, it is interesting that a fighter jet apparently can be easily penetrated even by 9mm, but I guess they don't need protection from gunfire since almost every engagement with these planes is at missile distance anyway. Sometimes they don't even see each other, so yeah, guns are kind of a secondary thing, and so is protecting from them. Well, yeah, very interesting. Get to see the absolute destructive power of the 20mm again. Very impressive. So yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.